Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. We are, and by we I mean me, Mara's not with me right now. She had to go somewhere this evening. We didn't film earlier in the day because it was raining all day. It just stopped a little bit ago. I'm risking it now. I'm out here without an umbrella, so if it starts up again, I'm in trouble. But this is where we left off on, what was that, Friday the 2nd. Today it is Sunday, August 4th. Reporting live from Can Tho, Vietnam. I'm supposed to meet Mara over at the restaurant for some dinner. So I just started off from the same place we left off on Friday, and it'll take about 30 minutes for me to get there. I'll just take you with me. We had a person comment on that August 1st video by the name of Mark Devine, and he asked, why did we end up in Can Tho? Why did we choose to move to Can Tho? And I told him the same thing I'm going to tell you right now, that I have a video almost completed about why I decided to sell everything at this point in my life and move to Southeast Asia. I really need to get that video up. That'll answer a lot of questions. But the question as to why Can Tho, that was going to be answered in a follow-up video that Mara is working on, because that's primarily based on her. She was born here. As you can tell by her accent, she is 100% American. But she was born here. And she cannot speak Vietnamese, and she never knew any Vietnamese people. She was raised by an adopted family in America. Now they got this busy bridge and motorbikes going the wrong way on the sidewalk of Vietnam. That's how we roll here. Anyway, she's gonna put together a video about her past, where she came from, complete with pictures. What do you see? Some of these adorable pictures from 1970, 71, 72. Obviously, that was a bad time period here in the history of Vietnam. That's probably how she ended up in an orphanage, and that's how she ended up in America. So, but we'll discuss all that in that video. I'm trying to figure out which way I want to take you. We just get on the busy road with all the traffic, or I could take some of these little offshoots, these little side alleys through this whole neighborhood. Anywhere I don't go now, I can go later. In the last 2 years, last year and a half, it's fair to say there's very few places in this city that I haven't walked through. People here are on their motorbikes. I don't see many people ever walking anywhere, but I walk everywhere. Unfortunately, sometimes that's in the baking hot sun and humidity, and wasn't feeling too well after the day 1 and day 2. Hello, baby. Frighten the child. No wave. No wave from the child. Now, kids, you understand why they get freaked out, but adults, that's a that's actually something pretty funny. I told Mara how I saw it, and she started thinking about it and keeping track, and she thinks it's about what I'm about right with my percentages. When foreigner, again, Mara, they really only know she's a foreigner because of her clothes, since she was born here. Until she opens her mouth, they don't realize that she's not Vietnamese. But when you see when you're not Vietnamese and you're walking down the street and you see a stranger, they like this bamboo scaffolding. Don't see that in America. Bamboo strong. Anyway, I want to cross here, but maybe I'll go to the light. Yeah, when the Vietnamese people see you walking down the street and they've never seen you before, you get one of three reactions. One, especially if they know a little bit of English, they are so happy to see you and start waving at you, calling out to you, trying to talk to you. That feels good. But then the other 2/3 of the time, they're just kind of stone-faced. Maybe you're wondering if they're giving you the stink eye, or they're just trying to figure out who you are, why you're in their neighborhood. They just blanket to negative expression. But then when you wave at them, half of them immediately convert to glad to see you. You wave at them first, and then they start waving at you, smiling at you, saying hi to you. But then there's that third that just continue to give you the stink eye and look at you like, why are you in my neighborhood, but why are you waving at me? So if 2/3 of the people are ecstatic to see you, it definitely makes you feel welcome. There is some stuff here you have to get used to, though, that you would consider rude if you were in America or Europe, but it's just different cultures handle things differently. You have to get used to it. They're friendly, though. Okay, I think I need to just butt out in front of these folks. Nope, they just got the green light. I'll wait. I know lights don't normally matter in Vietnam, but at a busy intersection like this, I think we'll hold off. Normally, when I walk down this street, I walk on the other side, but trying to be better with the diet, so I need to avoid the ice cream shop across the street. And there's a mall down here. Maybe I'll walk by there. Maybe I'll walk through it. Okay, now let me through, bikers. Okie dokie. There we go. I'm gonna go in front of this car. Okay, now this turn lane doesn't want to stop for anybody. Yeah, crosswalks don't mean what they mean in the United States, that's for sure. When driving or walking or any kind of mode of transportation, whoever gets to that point in space, whoever can get there first has the right of way. Oh, the flip-flops on the wet tile. I almost ate it. One of these days I'm just going to wipe out on camera. It will be quite entertaining for everybody. Xin chào mọi người. We're going. We got the karaoke jams going on in there. Now the karaoke table would have been good to just stick the camera in there, but unlike some YouTubers, I'm still self-conscious about just wedging a camera in people's faces uninvited. So I'll wave at them. I'll wave at them, see if I get the wave over first. Casua. It's a tea place. Milk tea. If I say anything in Vietnamese and you want to tell me my pronunciation is horrible, but you don't want to be rude, hey, that's how thirsty we are for comments here. Even if it seems rude, just leave a comment. Yeah, it's easier just to walk in the street because well, see, look right here. We got sitting, a stool with stuff on it, lottery tickets, a motorbike, a tree, a display, a complete barrier. The sidewalk is not for walking. It is for pop-up restaurants and motorbike parking. The street is for cars, motorbikes, and walkers, no matter which direction you're going. Well, motorbikes and walking, I can go the wrong direction like this, but driving a car the wrong direction would probably be frowned on.
Yo, bro.
Xin chào mọi người.
Welcome to Mekong Delta.
I live.
You live here?
Tôi sống ở Can Tho.
Oh, really? You become local?
Cai Rang.
Huh?
2 years.
Đà Lạt?
No, Cai Rang. Other side of the river.
Yeah, I know, I am.
I've been here 2 years.
Cai Rang River.
Yeah, I'm not a visitor.
Oh, you're local here.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, man.
I can't do that with my left hand. Hey.
Hey. So cool.
Okay, you're gonna be on YouTube, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Now that guy's gonna want to look at himself on YouTube, but I didn't give him the channel name. I had a bunch of cards printed out, but I don't have any with me. I'm supposed to carry them in my pocket at all time, but I failed. See, that's what I meant about being friendly. Young people. He learned English in school probably. Sound like he actually had somebody with good pronunciation. Or maybe he's learning from movies and TV, who knows? Everybody learns differently at their own pace. But yeah, great pronunciation. And he just thought I was a foreign visitor, so he was welcoming me to the Mekong Delta. See, I can speak English too. Oh, the lights are... They have these big light displays on this road. It's so beautiful. They're not on. Maybe they don't come on until 7 o'clock. You think they would come on based on sundown. But I'm sure they've been seen in other videos. They may be on by the time I get to the Jollibee. Yeah, that's where I told Mara to meet me, the Jollibee. Quick, easy, fast food. Anybody who's ever been to the Philippines obviously knows Jollibee, the McDonald's of the Philippines. Except it's a chicken place, not a burger place, but you know what I mean. Just like the foreigners all in that we know in Pattaya, Thailand, and some in Bangkok, Thailand, when they refer to some of the streets, sometimes they don't say the actual name of the street. They have a different name that the expat foreigners use, called, and then it's usually based on something that's based on that street. So me and Mara have our own little code here too. Like the name of this street is September something, September 30th, I think, or September 4th, I don't know. Not in, no, April 30th, that's what it is. And not April, obviously, it's in Vietnamese, and the name of this street I don't know, but if I ever have to meet Mara somewhere, quit rambling and get to the point. If I ever have to meet Mara somewhere, I have to tell her, you know, something that she knows that's on that street, and then she goes to that spot, because I can't tell her the name of the streets, because even if I had them all memorized and could say their name in Vietnamese, she's not going to understand where it is. So I just say the Jollibee. There's probably 3 Jollibees in the city, maybe more, I don't know. But if I say the Jollibee, she knows what I mean, because it's the only one we've ever been to. It's right on the corner by the Catholic church that she goes to sometimes, and the street that our local friends here live on. And that Catholic church right there is actually where the orphanage was in the late 60s, early 70s, where she came from. So it's kind of our, even though we don't live over there, we've got so much people and stuff on that street that we see and visit, that it's kind of our second home. I guess for Mara, it was her first home, technically. Not sure with the light, with the dark. Actually, I have seen stuff on this camera shot at nighttime before, and it doesn't really look as dark. The sensors in it, and the DJI Action 4, the low light sensors in it, really show everything. I mean, it looks a lot brighter on the camera than it is in real life. It is, I don't know, sometime, well, I started this video at 6:30. I'm guessing it's probably 6:45 now. Let me look at my phone. Yeah, 6:47. But yeah, the sun is down. I'm not sure what the actual sundown time was, but it is dark. I used to come pay my rent here. In fact, this may be it right here. My landlord's bank was there, but they moved far, far away, which is very annoying. But I don't have a local bank account yet, so I still gotta. I don't pay online or with the phone app or through my phone, since I don't have a local account yet. So I just go there and pay cash every month. All these jewelry stores. Jewelry stores. It's a whole row of fancy shops right here. Instead of walking by the mall, let's just walk through it. There's sushi restaurants, Taiwan milk tea. There's all kinds of fancy stuff back in this little complex. And the river, the bridge that we just walked over, the river's right there, behind these buildings. Let's see. A lot of dead air there, Anthony. Keep talking. Did you hear him honk his horn? I was looking the other direction, but even if I was making eye contact with him, he still would have honked his horn. I want to let you know they're coming. Again, and not being rude, they're trying to be safe. With my wet flip-flops, walking out here with all the rain, I definitely don't want to slip on this tile. When we first came to Can Tho, our local friends here that met us, they immediately brought us there and bought us a duck. We had a duck meal because they knew I said I like duck, so they immediately took me to some fancy Hong Kong kitchen duck. But obviously, Vietnam is a poor place, right? Not for everybody. You want some fancy shoes, fancy purses? How about some jewelry? MLB store. That's new. That was not there before. I'm gonna have to go in there and be agitated by all the New York Yankees and Boston Red Sox stuff. When you're following the Padres and the St. Louis Cardinals, trust me, you're not gonna find anything at an Asian MLB store. Need a new motor scooter? Been Fast, the Vietnamese company. Anyways, most don't really know about baseball anyways. It's got nothing to do with the Yankees. That NY symbol is just universal sign of New York and America. So that's why everywhere you go in Southeast Asia, you'll see it on people's shoes, jackets, hats, everywhere. But if it's a ball cap, actual Yankees ball cap, it's not for the Yankees. They don't know the Yankees. They don't care about the Yankees. It'd be different if you were in Japan. Now there they do know baseball. There's the Sheridan. Oh man, I got dizzy looking up. There's the fancy hotel. With the delicious seafood buffet. Only $40 per person. That's the most expensive meal I ever had in Can Tho. Hell, it was the most expensive meal I've ever had in Vietnam. But we ate there for Mara's birthday, so it was worth spending the extra money. Get to go somewhere wearing something more than shorts and flip-flops. I'm gonna get back on the street. The wet asphalt is less slippery than the wet tiles. They still haven't turned on those lights in the middle of the that go over the road. There's our Apollo English School. I spent a month at the Apollo in Hanoi when we first moved to Asia. Unfortunately, their Celtic course was a little too intensive, I guess. It's a long story. I probably should do a video on that, on why it didn't really work out for me. But yeah, I flunked out. I hate to admit that, but I'm doing it right here. Next question. How much fish sauce do you eat where you live? Here in Vietnam, there's an entire store selling nothing but fish sauce. You would think a store would have a lot of stuff with a fish sauce rack, but that is a fish sauce company with their entire storefront selling nothing but fish sauce. I'm sure there's different types, but it all tastes the same to me. I'm definitely not a fish sauce connoisseur. Hey, Can Tho! Hello. I'm not sure I'm going to make it to the Jollibee in the allotted time that I set for this. Yeah, it's already almost 7 p.m. If this was a live stream, I would just ask whoever's watching, do I keep going or hang it up here? Some light sprinkles going on, but I don't know if it's just water falling out of the trees that I'm walking under or if it's actually raining at all. Hopefully there's nothing on the camera lens. Turn on your lights, turn on your lights! There's a Singaporean frog restaurant. Do you want some frog? So yeah, if you've seen anything in this that's perked your interest, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Hopefully by the end of the month, we have got this camera hooked up to the interweb so we can actually live stream and read your questions live. Also plan on Mara being with me for this most of the time, but like I said, it was raining all day, so we didn't go anywhere. I was waiting for it to stop raining, and then she had stuff she had to take care of at this time, so that's why she's not with me right now. But if she's at all available, she will be on the mic. Cancun. Cancun Nong. Little restaurants on the side of the road, as you've all seen in videos before. It's cheaper to eat at these little stalls sitting on a little plastic stool than it would be if you cooked your dinner at home. Mara only cooks as much as she does because she likes it. I would never make her. We're going to be separated for a little bit when she goes to America, and I'm heading to India. But the few days I'll be here by myself, I will be eating out every meal, I'm sure. I'm not going to waste time cooking and cleaning when it's just as cheap to eat out. So we're at our intersection. Should I cross here or I'll cross the street? I'll hang it up when I get to the actual Jollibee, which is over there on the corner. Again, if you're not from Southeast Asia and never been to the Philippines, Jollibee is a huge chain based in the Philippines. Stopped before she ran me over. And this is a church. And behind it, the area behind it is all the land that was, there's a convent back there, and Miss Mara's orphanage, where she came from, is between here and the river. But we'll show you all that later, at a later date. Like I said, she's working on that video right now. And if you have never seen her pictures, because you're not a close personal friend of ours, it's pretty heartbreaking when you look back at these kids in the orphanage. But the story worked out for her. And here we go. I'll turn and there are people going to church. As I just said in yesterday's video, I misspoke when I said 10% of the population here was Catholic. It's only, I think, 7.4%, which actually still turns out to be 7 million people, which is a lot. But anyways, we're running out of time. Mara's going to be here at any minute, and I better have her food order or she's going to be grumpy. So I got to go. See you later. Goodbye. Let him in. I'll see you tomorrow on August 5th. Today's August 4th, and we're signing out. Good night, everybody.